sun you saw yesterday was out that window. The pyramid is out that window, and it's the thumbnail. So if you look at the thumbnail from yesterday, that's the picture out that window, and the pyramid is out of that window. And if you watch CCC readings with Juan, he's in Egypt right now, and he stands in front of a pyramid, and it looks just like the one on the thumbnail that's outside my window, but you can't see because it's nighttime, and there's a big spotlight over the RV storage stall parking lot, so you can't see it. And out here you can't see, but you can see the thumbnails. Now we've got pyramids on the blanket too, and we've got Blacksheep Outcasts, because that's what we want to talk about. The lyrics here: every day from night till dawn, hear her sing the eerie song. No one seems to know her name except the doctor and the faceless man. And the faceless man is her spirit guide, and the doctor is the man from the Matrix. How did you get those demon eyes? Why did you turn so many of them white? I'm from this world of mine. Maybe just another hole in time. Now, that's weird, isn't it? Because the Black Sheep Outcast card is the dominant energy for this song. And that's what they want me to talk about. They had me put this on. I told you, universe picks the songs, they pick the lyrics, they pick the thumbnails. Even in pyramid times, we were outcast. We're always outcasts. We're always the black sheep. They call us demons, right? Crawling on the walls, holding on to life. Every day from night till dawn, hear her sing that eerie song. And if you watch the video is definitely a picture of us black sheep outcasts. Now, some of you may say, well, that's not me. I sit and listen to Mozart and wear Betty Crocker outfits. Well, that's fine, but in your own way, you were a black sheep outcast somehow, because you wouldn't be listening to me right now if you weren't. And I'll guarantee that. So what they want me to tell you about is they want me to tell you that we also have this video that I put on to Twitter. These are the last two, but this one here, Starseeds, You Are Done Tonight. And it talks about the whole month of February, how we were...
Have spent your entire life in various forms of bondage, even comfortable bondage. Some of you experienced panic attacks during those days, sudden waves of anxiety that seemed to come from nowhere. But that anxiety...
That's Seraphine, my higher self, talking. So she told you all about February. And if you can watch this one, maybe even watch a different one. We have the Joker here. You're making history in real time. This is our time to shine, okay? This is now where the black sheep outcasts come out and they get to be their authentic self. So you get to be you, whether you're a Betty Crocker gal or a heavy metal King Diamond fan, okay? So be you. But here's the warnings that are going on, okay? We've got read your documents carefully before signing. So I don't care if it's an NDA, I don't care if it's a new job, a marriage, read them carefully, okay? I would not advise traveling, and I told you that probably 2 weeks ago. I said now is not the time to travel, but some of you listened and some of you didn't. Everything's coming to light. You get to be your shining star. You get to be the star that you always were, way back, even prior to the pyramid times. Okay, so I have a pyramid right outside my house, like I said, that is on the thumbnail. And I don't have to go to Egypt. I don't have to go anywhere because everything's within us. You're put where you're supposed to be right now for a reason. Unless you're moving, and that's because you need to move to where they're telling you to move. And if you don't move, you will be forced to move there. Somehow they'll get you there. So believe in miracles. A miracle will soon happen. Now, what we have for the warning is we have spiritual haters and karma just closing up. Okay, this looks like King Diamond, doesn't it? But they're not a spiritual hater. Okay, so we've got karma. We've got toxic friends. Got to get rid of them toxic friends. They're on social media. They're doing lots of negativity because this is what they don't want you to have. They don't want you to have divine love. Not necessarily marriage, right? Could be a partnership, mission partner. Could be a really great friend and business partner, soulmate, mission partner. Or it could be your twin flame. He could be here in a physical body, or she. Okay, they don't want you to have that. So they're going to do friendship toxic, social media toxic, any kind of negativity they can bring in. Spiritual hater, karma, remember. Okay, now it says that these people are going to go to their own physical and spiritual prison. And the card you didn't see was ancestors are helping you. So if the ancestors are helping you, you know we got this. So black sheep outcasts, now is your time to shine. Don't dim your light and darkness for anyone. I told you duality. You have to balance it out. And if you don't know what I mean about balancing out your dark and your light because you don't think you have any light or you don't think you have any dark, then you really got some work to do and you need to talk in astral with us because everybody needs to balance out. Okay, underneath ancestors are helping you is you're releasing that karmic debt. So that's that karma that's playing out. Okay? And you just need to get more connected, and that's just what I said. If you don't think that you're releasing karmic debt, you don't think that you have any dark or you don't have any light, you're wrong. You're wrong. You know, all of our lives have been to this point. And this is the point where this is the point where we get to be us. And remember when I talked about my flying pyramids and I talked about they're not obsolete. All they need is my DNA to activate. Well, we're done with that chapter too. It's activated. Everything's done. March, even though we don't go by time, but this is March 1st, everything that we've been trying to get in place in February, if you listen to Seraphine, it's here. It's going to manifest in March. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and pull a few more cards. I've got the Sun card, which is a favorable outcome, and the Ace of Cups. Now that was from yesterday's reading. So if you didn't watch yesterday's reading, go ahead and watch it. All right, and we're going to go into the middle of the deck, and we're going to get the Six of Wands, which I told you we can't get away from. It's badass success. Okay, so we've got badass success, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. Now, yesterday's reading said you were going to have deliberate deception. And today you had watch the documents that you sign. Okay? There is badass success. There is a favorable outcome. You've got unlimited possibilities. The time is now. And we'll go right here to expect a miracle. And you just had that card. So twice you got expect a miracle. Then we're ending the void period. The Four of Swords, you're healed. And we're going into, we've already left the past, Eight of Cups. Now we're going into more questing. Remember I said for you to be you. Don't dim your light or darkness for anyone. Because this is your soul contract, your Two of Cups. I love this card. Morticia handing the mummy, which is her twin flame, a cup of love, Two of Cups. And then you've got watch out for the illusions, the Moon card. Be courageous and daring, the Two of Wands. And there's victory, Three of Wands. So it went from a Two of Wands to a Three of Wands. I told you February was more of the manifesting, and now is the miracles. Okay, St. Michael says, your children are being watched over, meaning your children, your pets. Archangel Michael wants to help you with the rest of this, bringing it in physical. Remember that March is bringing it in physical if you can stay your authentic self and not settle for less. So let go of fear now. Take time making the decision. That's that contract card coming back again. Be very careful in what you're signing this month. Okay? Then we've got the Two of Pentacles again. Courageous and daring. And the Wild card in reverse. So what I'm feeling off of this is you're not being courageous and daring enough. Not being courageous and daring enough. You need to get this Wild card up here. And then there's the Three of Pentacles. I called this a Wands, didn't I? It's a Two of Pentacles and a Three of Pentacles. Not being courageous and daring enough, but now we've got the Two and the Three of Pentacles. So I seen a Two of Wands and it's not. But that's okay. You're getting my drift, I'm sure. It's 2 and 3. Like before, we had the 2 and 3 of Wands. It's going different. From February was the second month. The third month is the victory. February, March. Okay? Now we don't do times, but I'm using this so you can understand. And Seraphine uses time very much. So there is time reference because we're in a physical avatar on Earth, but really there's no time. Okay, so dance like no one's watching. Use your fire. Go within and be yourself again, because you need to have a divine perspective on this, not an earthly perspective. And then there's hidden treasures for you. Okay, hidden treasures and your chosen royal and divine. Okay. Divine ancestry, we've got ancestors helping you again, so that's repeating itself. Okay, then we've got true love and money coming in. Okay, so another thing I heard was that a lot of us are going to meet our soul family at the redemption appointment. And if the redemption appointment doesn't happen, then you're going to get a new career, some kind of a business, some kind of a project that you're still going to do. Because everybody has to have money on Earth. That's just part of the tools. So that's where you're going to find your soul family. Just be careful in signing them documents, and know that if you sign a document, you saw how that just fell out of my hands really quick, and then celebration. Remember that signing them documents, know what you're signing. Don't just sign. I'm one of them that usually just sign. I don't read a lot. Where my mission partner before was word for word lawyer type, I'm more of just sign it and get it over with. Can't be like that. I've got to be more precise in my earthly realm. Okay, so there's a celebration, and we've got the Knight of Wands that wants to show herself here. Knight of Wands, she's celebrating. Celebration card. Manifestation. I saw a manifestation card, but it's not here, so let's see if it's here. Peace. And Astro. Peace and Astro right now. Last night we were just working. Okay, and what do we got here? Can't see, right? Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups. Okay, he looked like he was in reverse, but we're going to keep him upward. Maybe you're not relying on your higher self enough. I see the cup next to your higher self's feet, and then I see all the rest of them here. So if you let your higher self do the driving, you're going to have 10 of Cups, because here's 9 of Cups. So you're going for your 9 of Cups, but you have to let your higher self in more. And that's where St. Michael said, talk to the angels, talk to him. Your ancestors are helping you. Seraphine was talking about the heart chakra being wide open. And I'm drawn to these lines above his head where he's thinking too much. It's okay to think, but we don't want to overthink. We need to get more doing and less thinking. And then I'm drawn to the dog. The dog up here sleeping. Maybe somebody's dog in their past life is trying to communicate with them. They need to listen to their animal spirits. And look who jumped up here. Well, look at that. Listen to your animal spirits. And there's Silver Bullet. And you're just like a silver bullet. Yeah, so that was very, she knew exactly when I was talking about listening to animals. She jumped right up here. Yeah. She brought me babies from Lyra. That's Silver Bullet. That's the outside kitty. Yeah. But guess what? Now she's an inside kitty, isn't she? That's Silver Bullet. Yep, so communicate with your animals. You saw how she jumped right up there when I talked about animals. They are so awesome. So we're going to take our spirit guides, our animals, our higher self. We're going to open up our heart chakra more, do less thinking, and bring this 10th cup into our wishes and desires so we have the full 10 cups. And 10 of Cups is a fantasy coming true. So it was 1900 on the clock. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.